What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to a brand new video. And in this channel we are going to be posting our first video. This will be the first video on the channel. And I just want to give a quick little introduction. This will be a baseball / MLB The Show channel where I will be talking about all things MLB The Show, baseball, maybe in some basketball, depending on how I'm feeling. But yeah, I'm just excited to launch this channel. I'm excited to have some fun. We're going to be posting a ton of content that I hope you guys will enjoy. And that brings us to this first video, which will be a video on who I think will be the finest cards for every single team in MLB The Show. So, if you guys do not know, and this is my first year playing MLB The Show. If you guys didn't know that, that is one thing that you should know. This is my first year playing MLB The Show, so I'm not the best at it, and it means that I don't know a ton of the customs of this game. However, I have learned a good amount of things over the year, and I will be giving my predictions for who I think will be the finest cards. Now, from what I've gathered, the finest cards is not usually, or it usually is someone who had a good year, but it's not always the best player on the team. So you have to take into account what cards the other player already has. Like, if someone, for example, like Vladdy Jr. or Shohei, they were the best player on the team, but they already have 99 overall, so they're not going to get another 99. And now, I'm recording this on Friday night after the ninth inning has started, or ninth inning program has started, so Buster Posey just dropped, which influences the decision on the Giants, because he was a high contender for the finest for the Giants, and he's not. Or he just got a 99, so finest, so he's obviously not going to get another one. Also, they did say that they will be dropping multiple finest cards for some teams. So some teams will not only get their finest card for Team Infinity, they will also get some other finest cards. I'm not predicting those. I am just predicting what finest cards I think will drop for the Team Infinity, or cards that I think will drop for finest for each team. So I'm going to give one set in stone prediction for someone that I think will definitely get a card, and some other players that maybe could get some for that team. But I will give my prediction, and you will know which cards I will specifically say. That is my prediction. I hope that makes sense. Yeah, let's get right into this video. So obviously we're gonna start with the Orioles and just make our way down. So with the Orioles, obviously their best player this year was Cedric Mullins. I think everyone kind of knows that. However, another player that did have a really good year was Ryan Mountcastle. He had a 30-homer season as a rookie, and his second best card his best card in the game as of right now is a diamond, 92 overall. So that will be a pretty obvious choice in my opinion. Next team, the Boston Red Sox, my Boston Red Sox. I think that their card will be Xander Bogaerts. He had a great year, won the Silver Slugger, which is really good, obviously. Best hitting shortstop in the league. Some people argue that it could be Correa, but again, he did win the award. Maybe a little biased there, but you can take what you want from that. Verdugo also could win. I'm standing with Bogaerts. Bogaerts is my top prediction, but I do think Verdugo did have a very good year. Again, not to the caliber of Bogaerts, but again, he hasn't even got a single other card besides his live series, so they may look to that as a reason for giving him the card. Another 1% chance could be JD. All he has is an 87 overall on the Diamondbacks, not even a Red Sox card, which he's been very great in his time on the Red Sox. So I don't know. He could get a Silver Slugger card from 2 years, or not, from 2018. That's not 2 years ago. But yeah, you could get a Silver Slugger card from that. But yeah, my final prediction is Xander Bogaerts. Now, moving on to the Yankees. Sorry if I'm talking kind of fast. This is pretty obvious. It's going to be Garrett Cole. Most of the other players that deserve high cards on the Yankees have one. Garrett Cole hasn't even got a single other card besides his live series. So yeah, it's just Garrett Cole. He's been great this year. Hasn't got a single card out of his live series. That is pretty obvious. So the next team we got is the Tampa Bay Rays. Now the Rays had a pretty good year. Made it to the playoffs with the 1 seed. And in doing, what the heck just happened? Oh my god, what just happened? Okay, I'm sorry, I don't know what just happened. And in doing so, they got some pretty good cards. Wander has a 99. Randy has a 98. Glasnow didn't play a bunch of the year, so he's probably not eligible for finest. Or maybe he just didn't play enough to get finest. Nick Anderson didn't play at all. So we are really We are really settling on this man right here, Brandon Lau. He only has a 95 overall. He had an incredible season. I'm pretty sure he had like 33, 32 home runs, which is an insane amount. And he just killed it. So I think he will definitely be the finest guy for the Rays. Now moving on to the Blue Jays. They had an incredible year. They had some incredible performances. Now we look at just these top guys, these diamonds. Vladdy has a 99. Robbie Ray has a 99. Teoscar has a 97. Simeon has a 96. Kirby Yates, well, he just got a 99. So that kind of process of elimination brings you to Bo Bichette, who only has an 88 from literally day one of the game. This is who I think will get the card, the finest card for the Blue Jays. He had an incredible season, and I think he definitely deserves it. Now we are moving on to the White Sox. Now they are in a weird situation because all of the players that you think should deserve, or all the players that you would say, yes, they deserve a card, they kind of already have a card. So you see Tim Anderson already has a card, Luis Robert already has a card, Jose Abreu, Lucas Giolito, Yasmani, Lance Lynn, Carlos Rodon, Liam Hendricks already has a pretty good card. So when you think about it, you're like, who do you think? I thought, in my opinion, that we go down here. So I thought we kind of settle on these two guys. So we got Eloy, Yohan Moncada. Again, I could see Liam Hendricks or Lance Lynn getting an upgraded card because they were both really, really good this year. However, I do think we could, in more likelihood, see one of these two guys. So, Eloy as a 91, he didn't play too much this year. That's why I think we could see Hendricks, especially since Hendricks won like reliever of the year for the AL. So that I think could actually be a pretty big possibility. But again, Moncada had a pretty good season, and he only has a 91 overall. So I think that could be a pretty nasty card. Again, not putting out Liam Hendricks or Lance Lynn, especially Liam Hendricks because he was reliever of the year. The more I'm saying that, the more I'm kind of talking myself into believing that. So maybe, I'm going to stick with Moncada. But again, Hendricks is a very close to, and he actually could win a finest card just for winning the award. Like, that could be separate from the non-team affinity. That wouldn't surprise me. Now moving on to the Cleveland Indians. Next year, they will be the Cleveland Guardians. But this year, they are still the Cleveland Indians. And again, they kind of had a rough and weird year. This year, Jose Ramirez was without a doubt their best player. Without a doubt their best player. He was so good. They kind of had a weird year. But one player that I did think would be definitely pretty cool to get only has a live series card, and he was a rookie this year. Emmanuel Clase. He had an incredible rookie season. And yeah, let's look at his stat. He has a outlier on his cutter, so he's throwing a 100 miles per hour cutter. I think that would be very interesting to see Manuel Clase high overall card. I think that would be pretty cool, actually. He is my pick because again, there's not really anyone else. Shane Bieber didn't play that much, so he kind of out of it. Most of these guys like Ahmed Rosario, Cal Quantrill, Tristan McKenzie, they already have high overall cards. Same thing with, I don't know. I could see J-Rum still getting it because he was really good this year. Easily their best player. And oops, I didn't mean to do that. So yeah, I can still see J-Ram getting the card. But if we're going by players who don't really have 97s, I would go Class A. But again, it wouldn't surprise me if J-Ram got a card. That really, really would not surprise me. Tigers. The Tigers are in a weird position because none of their current players, obviously besides Miggy, but he's not really up for debate for this, have high cards. So obviously Tariq Skubal has a 97, so he's probably not going to get the card. But I was thinking that it's probably going to be, this team is probably going to be one of the hardest ones to predict because they have a bunch of As you can see by their roster in this, they have a bunch of silvers. They have a bunch of like pretty good players, but no one who's like gonna jump out at you. I was thinking Jonathan Scope for this. He had a really solid year. He only has a 95. I think it'd be cool to reward him with a 99. Again, it can go a lot of ways here. Another player I thought had a pretty good like under the radar year was Jaimer Candelario. He is kind of not great in the show. He's more of a contact hitter. So maybe not. Another player, Casey Mize, had a pretty good year with like a 3.71 ERA. So he did have a pretty good year too. Could be him. We will see. Next team, we got the Royals. And this is a super strange situation. So Salvi is by far and away the best player on this team. It's not even close. Like, it is not even remotely close. But he already has a 97. He's already gotten, like, 97, 95, and an 88. Like, this boy has gotten so many cards already. But, like, he deserves it. Like, he carried this team. He had the most home runs of anyone in the league. I don't know about RBIs, but he was incredible. And, like, no one even comes close to matching that. So, I don't really know. I'm going to go with Salvi here. But, like, maybe you could see a Benintendi, a Mondesi. It's not going to be with Merrifield because he has that 97. Yeah, those are the only two really other players. I mean, I don't think you really could see Nicky Lopez. But maybe, I guess, I don't know. This is such a weird team. Twins. The Twins. Another weird team. They kind of really underperformed. Not going to be Byron Buxton, even though he was pretty good in the times that he played, because he didn't play enough games. Not going to be Jorge Polanco, because he has a 96 overall right here. Not going to be Josh Donaldson, because he has a 99 Blue Jays card. Taylor Rogers, I mean, I guess you could see him. I don't really think you will, but maybe you will. Who knows? Mitch Garver has a 95, so you're not going to see him. Max Kepler, and Mitch Garver just got the 95. It's not an old 95, it's a new 95, so that's the difference between the 95s. Like, some that are newer, you're not going to see. Older ones, you probably could still see. Max Kepler had a pretty interesting year. I think he definitely could get a card. He's kind of been on the Twins for a while. He had a pretty solid year. Not great. Like, he didn't have a great batting average. But again, batting average isn't a ton. But another guy I think you could see is Miguel Sano. Like, he had really well. He always hits for power. He had a pretty good power hitting season this year. He's a show fan favorite. So maybe we see him, maybe not in the team affinity, but I don't know. For this, my final guess will be Max Kepler. That's my final guess. But again, I think you could see Taylor Rogers and even Miguel Sano. Who knows? Astros. This is pretty simple, pretty easy. It's gonna be Kyle Tucker. I think everyone kind of knows that. I do think you will see a Yuli Gurriel. I don't think he will be the team affinity guy though. I think you will see Kyle Tucker as the team affinity guy because obviously, I mean Correa. Kinda, maybe, but I think he could get another, like, gold glove. Like, him and Gurriel could maybe get some gold glove. Correa just won platinum glove, too, so. But Kyle Tucker hasn't got a single other card other than his live series. And that's, like, a travesty. That's sad, considering the year that he's had. So, yeah, I definitely think we'll see Kyle Tucker. He had incredible year hitting. And he hasn't got a single other card. So, I think that is my guess. Again, could still see these two, Correa and Gurriel, but who knows? Now the Angels, again, another one I think is pretty straightforward. Shohei Ohtani has a 99. Trout didn't play for like the whole second half. Rendon didn't play at all. Jared Walsh already has a 97. And the rest of the guys were average. We are going to see Raisel Iglesias. That is my final guess. Lock it in, and I'm pretty confident in this one. He had a very good year, as you can see by going up from like all the way from a silver to a diamond. Like, he had a pretty good year. Closed out a lot of games for the Angels. Was a really solid arm in the pen. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to spend too much time on this one because it's fairly obvious. Raisel, you were getting the card. Another one that I think is fairly obvious. Now, this player only joined at the trade deadline, but he was incredible. Starling Marte. He doesn't have a single other card other than his live series, which is a theme for good players to get the finest. They don't have a single other card other than the finest, or their live series. That helps for the Starling. Like, he hasn't got a single other card in his live series. He was very good. I think he had like almost 50 steals or something like that. Like, he had an incredible amount of steals. He's definitely a big boost to this A's team. Yeah, I think it will. Again, Matt Olson has a 98. Bassett, I just think he wasn't good enough. I mean, he was really good, but I don't think he was good enough. Frankie Montas already has a card. Oh, where is it? Frankie Montas, where are you, my boy? It is only a 93, but still. Yeah. Again, also Matt Chapman has he just got that 98, so yeah, I think that is Starling Marte. The Mariners, another different team. Mitch Haniger, I think Mitch Haniger has a card. Like, I think he got a finest. It may have not been for the Mariners, but I think he already got a finest. Yeah. I think Mitch Haniger already got a finest, like, flashback card. But this was another one that I kind of thought of fairly early. Again, it could be any of these relief pitchers, but I don't think it will be. I think it will be, where are we? J.P. Crawford. Again, J.P. Crawford had a very, very good season. A lot of people think he could have been an all-star. A lot of people I've heard great things. A lot of players have A lot of players have praised him over the season, like, especially teammates. And I think J.P. Crawford is kind of a fan favorite, especially in Seattle. I think he'll get some love. Yeah, that's my pick for the Mariners. Did I just skip? No, I did. Okay, Rangers. Another one I think is fairly simple. Not many options here. I definitely think Adolis Garcia or Kiner Falefa, but my guess will be Adolis Garcia. He had a very good year as a young player. Again, oh shoot. Oh, never mind. I forgot he had this 97. Thank God I checked. I completely forgot this card existed. I need to go back and use all these All-Star cards. I should do that for a video. But yeah, never mind. We're switching to Isaiah Kiner-Falefa because, yeah, he was the other good player left on this team since Joey Gallo got traded. Yeah. We're just... Okay, this is post-video. And I just want to say that I'm going to only do AL for this video. So this is the conclusion of this video. When I was looking at the recording, I realized that the video was like 17 minutes. This video that you're watching is like 17 minutes. And the NL took a good bit of time too. So I didn't want to make one super long video. I want to split them up into two. And that way I could put them on 2 different days just so that you guys, or maybe I'll put them on the same day, just 2 different videos, just so you guys can enjoy both of them separately and not feel like you're watching like a 30-minute video. So yeah, part 2, which will be the NL, will be up soon. Stay tuned for that, and thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys have a great day, and peace.